Well, we are headed out to San Francisco today to embark on our fetal surgery journey for our baby girl. And so I don't know, I'm feeling a little nervous, and I'm nervous about a 11-hour car drive being pregnant. But I think we'll make it. We'll be okay. Right, hun?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts as we leave today?
We're going to be stopping in the desert for Cammie.
Well, I guess I'm lucky that if I have to be in the car for this long with somebody, it's with this guy. Right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, baby girl, we love you, and phase 1 of this journey is starting, right? Getting there. Step 1. All right. See you later. We'll check in later. Well, we are here in California, crossing over from Oakland here into San Francisco over the San Francisco-Oakland bridge. Yeah, ready for a full, well, I guess today's more like a half day of meetings, I guess, and then tomorrow and Wednesday have a little bit more, but anyway, we're so excited to be here, although not excited for the 20 minutes we had to just wait in a line to pay a toll for this bridge. Welcome to California, guys.
$4.
So we just finished our first appointment, which was the ultrasound. It took a really long time, huh?
Longer than expected.
Yeah. So the tech did it, and then the radiologist came in and took some more pictures and everything. So anyway, we're a little nervous because her ventricles are measuring 17 millimeters, which is 18. A lot. Well, 17 or 18. Yeah, one said one said the other. So anyway, we want, that's way bigger than they were only like a week ago. So we're kind of curious about that. But anyway, so we're about to meet with the high-risk baby doctor and the neurosurgeon and somebody else.
People.
There's a lot of people. So we'll take notes, and we are going to give an update after all these meetings today and share any significant findings that we feel are important. So anyway, we're in for meetings, but look at our view. This is it outside. It's really nice. The hospital here is beautiful, by the way. Like, really nice, huh?
Very nice.
Super nice. So we'll try to we'll take more pictures and blog about it later. But anyway, so that's just an update right now for day 1 of evaluations. But we'll have a more interesting things hopefully to say later. Okay, bye. Okay, it is the end of day 1 of evaluations at UCSF and our first full day in San Francisco.
I got my hand in there.
Oh, good. That's what I was going for. So, yay, professionalism. We stayed at our friend's house last night. They in Livermore, and they so kindly let us stay there, and then we drove in this morning, as you saw earlier. And let's see, the first thing we did is we went to the ultrasound, so we kind of showed that a little bit earlier. Yeah, they were half hour late taking us in, so...
That's just standard medical time.
We are learning a lot of things about the medical world, like, yes, what we're calling, like, doctor time, which is, like, your appointment's at 8, but we're gonna get to the procedure at 9:30, like the amnio was.
That's
like
across
that.
the board.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
The medical
so
board.
We just, like, are getting used to, like, bring something to do in the waiting room, and when they call you back, you may then wait there for who knows how long until the doctor decides to actually come. So
make sure you have a part-time job that you can, Yeah,
Daniel's, like, doing his work on his computer because we have, like, plenty of time. So anyway, okay, so we did the ultrasound. I mean, that was, like, pretty uneventful. We've had a lot of those in the past couple weeks, and they just take forever taking, every single picture of every single thing. Kind of like when you get your 20-week ultrasound, but, like, doing that again and again and again.
And then somebody else comes in and does the same thing
and then the ultrasound tech leaves, shows it to the radiologist, who then decides what additional pictures they want, or they want a better pic of this one thing, or something like that. So the radiologist came in, and she spent, 10-15 minutes with us, just going over a few areas she wanted to do again. And like I said before, the only concern we really had is that her ventricle size went up from the last time, which the ventricle size, I'll explain this way more on my blog for people who are actually concerned about like the medical or science side of the spina bifida stuff and want to know more about that. I'll explain that a little bit better in my actual blog than these. These will be kind of more general, but anyway, so nothing majorly different. They didn't see anything obvious on the ultrasound of anything wrong, other than what we already know. So that's the big thing that they're looking for at the ultrasound and the MRI this week is if she has any other problems, basically like a heart problem or something, they will not do fetal surgery. So that's kind of why we have all these like things to make sure that she doesn't have any additional problems. And then we met with the perinatologist, who's like I don't even know, like a high risk kind of, basically like a high risk baby doctor. And Dr. Gonzalez, and he just went over some basic spina bifida stuff with us, right? What else did he do? He drew things on a board for us. Just kind of again went over some of the like basic statistics that we need to understand, especially in terms of like the baby coming early and like how many women that happens to and at like what weeks, and because that's a big part of deciding whether you want to do fetal surgery, I think, is weighing kind of that risk of the baby coming early, and like then a lot of their problems are because they're a premature baby, not even because they have spina bifida. So you really have to weigh that you could add a bunch of problems to their plate if that were to happen, right? Which, I mean, there's really no way to predict that, so that's why it's kind of a hard decision to make. You just do not know. But anyway, so that's one of the things we're here to do, is to kind of just weigh all those things. And then we talked to the, let's see, I have all their cards here. Dr. Shimotaki. He is the director of the intensive care nursery. So again, kind of more of like the baby side of things. Again, just like prematurity and post-op stuff with the baby, like what that would look like with fetal surgery and without fetal surgery. So we can understand like how long would the baby be in the NICU if this happened? How long would they be in if this happened? What things would they have to like do or accomplish in order to leave the NICU, right? All those kind of things.
Post-delivery.
Yeah. Post-delivery, kind of focusing on the baby after delivery and what we need to know about that. And then finally we met with Dr. Gupta, who's a pretty important person. He's the pediatric neurosurgeon. So everybody has a different job, like a different specific job with this surgery. And so he's not the one cutting me open. That sounds terrible, but there we are. He's the one, once they open up the uterus and expose the baby, like they just expose the back of her, not like, they don't like pull her out. Anyway, they just expose the defect in her spine, and he's the one who actually goes in and does that. And he's been doing all the fetal surgeries at UCSF for 20 years already, and he was part of the original MOMS trial, which if you have a kid with spina bifida, and I'm sure you've heard of that. Basically, it was just this big study that studied the statistics and benefits of fetal surgery for spina bifida. So it was a really, really important study, very well done study, and he was a big part of that. So that's cool that he's going to be our neurosurgeon. So that's awesome. And so he was really helpful, I feel like he clarified a lot of things that I was kind of confused on. I don't know, like that some doctors have been saying and I was not understanding, like, and obviously he's a neurosurgeon, so he's going to be a little bit naturally more pro like the surgery on his end of things, right? Like he feels like it's a beneficial surgery, or else they wouldn't be doing it. And you know, and in our specific case, I think he still feels like our baby will benefit enough from this surgery that, you know, that it's worth some of the potential risks. But again, he made it very clear that that's obviously our decision. So anyway, what are your thoughts about the doctors?
Oh, they each have their own personalities. That's kind of what I was...
Some of them are awkward.
No, I don't think
They're really
so.
smart, but awkward.
They are all very, very smart. Glad they're in the medical field doing what they're doing, because
Yeah.
you got to be a smart person and really know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, it's
some of
crazy
them-
that we still have 2 more days of
Some of them aren't
talking to
really
people.
so super social people. I mean, they're so immersed in medical field that being the most people person isn't the highest priority.
Yeah, it's
they're
also
worried
just fun
about.
for us to see like all these different like kind of personalities of the doctors that are going to be working on you. And I don't know, it's just kind of like it's kind of
I'm sure.
interesting.
Yeah, they're very good though.
No, they each were helpful and great in their own way. So, anyway, the hospital is like super beautiful, super nice, and very new. Yeah, very state of the art. It's a beautiful facility, so we feel lucky to be here. And
Yep.
and so yeah, so we'll do more of this tomorrow and kind of update you on what tomorrow's like. We got back to our hotel. I left Daniel in charge of picking a hotel. I was like, you have one job.
It's fine. Let's give them a toursy poo.
Let's just say Daniel said like, oh, I got us a Roach motel, you know, and I was like, oh, of course he's joking. Like, no, he would never do that to me. Like, yes, yes, he would.
I could get you a Roach motel.
It's
I feel like
so
maybe we
bad.
need to walk down the street so you can get a feel for what a Roach motel actually is. Because, I mean, they're all small here in San Francisco. Nothing's going to be like even close to a medium-sized one that you'd have in Utah. It's comparable probably to a Motel 6. Maybe a Motel 8.
This would be like a Motel 6, like on the west side of Midvale or
No.
something. Yes, yes. On the back of our hotel card, it tells us safety tips, like verifying the identity of every person who comes to our door.
Anybody would say that. That's
But
just
most
standard
hotels
police
don't-
department.
Okay, most hotels don't have to print it on the back of every single room key. Anyway, and all the people hanging around here are very colorful, and there was a lady
Okay,
smoking weed on the stairs on the way
We did
up.
smell that.
No, and then I saw it. Did you see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So
That's not any different than what I smell in Uber like all the time.
okay. Anyway, so thank goodness we're only here for 2 nights, but I'm hoping after that maybe we can switch it up a little bit. But tonight we also we wanted to go eat somewhere good. And you guys, those of you that know me know that food is important to me when I travel, like really important.
Apparently 5-star hotels are also very important. 7-star. It was 7. 8?
Valid.
Did they make an 8?
I don't know. I don't need that nice. I just need something where I don't have to verify the ID of
Get
every...
to the chopper. We have to go to the hotel.
Anyway, so...
Are you gonna cut this part out?
No,
You're cutting this
no,
part
I'm
out.
really not. Like, it's like what could be more you than what just happened. We went to Gott's, which is like a really good burger place here in San Francisco, and it's in the Ferry Building that was like right on the water. So we got to kind of look out there and had a really good burger. So I'll post more about that in the blog, but some pics. You got to have your food pics. Anyway, sorry, this is a long video. There's a lot going on today, so if you've made it through this, you're really cool.
I think they need a tour of the Roach Motel.
No! Well, maybe tomorrow. We'll save that for tomorrow. This video is already
It's
long.
not that bad.
Okay, it's not that... The inside isn't that bad. Like, again, it's like standard Motel 6 fare. And they just didn't put a gross comforter on, so they tried to make the bed look more classy by having no comforter, which I do appreciate. But the bathroom is like the shower door is like 1.5 feet wide.
But
Anyway, whatever. It's all
okay.
We'll survive. It'll be fine.
Shower door size is important.
I gave you one job. It's okay. It's alright. My husband is really into saving money, which I
think we'll
is
get some
valuable.
HGTV and things will be a lot better here.
That's true. Good point. All right, well, anyway, we'll sign off for tonight, and we'll let you know how tomorrow goes. Yay. Bye-bye.